Hello guys, welcome back. In this section, we are going to start talking about Django databases relationships. At the moment, our application has just one simple model with no extra databases relationship. By default, Django has three ways to do databases relationship, and we are going to have a look in all of them. In this first class, we're going to have a look in the one-to-one relationship. I'm gonna let this link here in this class for you as a reference, but from the bottom to the top we're going to start talking about one-to-one relationships. So one-to-one relationships is when you have one object into the database that can be referenced just once for by another model, for example a document. Okay, so if we go here in our pie chart in models, let me close all of this, and then here in models, okay, we have clients. Let's assume that we need the client ID, for example. ID is unique, nobody can have the ID from anybody else. So if we have like one class ID that we then for write from models dot model, okay, and then this class can has just the ID number, so let's put for example number, okay, and then we put models dot char field, okay, max length like this of like let's say 50, okay, let's define one as str method for it, and then return self dot number. It will be enough. Now we can referentiate this class here in our client, okay. So if we go here and do like ID and then say models dot one to one, okay, let me recover that, one to one field, yeah, one to one field like this, and say what class we want to referentiate. It would be the ID class, okay. Let's say that it is, let's left it as a required field, but it can be null in the database, no, true, okay. um, Here is saying as well, missing one required argument called one on delete. This argument on delete is saying that if we want to remove the ID when we remove the client. So when I remove the client object, should I remove in cascade the ID object or not? Okay, so here in this way we're going to define that it will automatically cascade. Okay, another thing that it is complained that is that we cannot have the ID because it has ID already. So let's put ID doc ID, okay, just a different name. Okay, now Django is not complaining anymore. Let me stop my server and do make migrations. So I stop the server like this and do make migrations, okay. So it will create the migration files, so it will create a model and then we'll alter the field photo because we did it before, and as well create the new field doc ID that will be OneToOne. Okay, now we can do migrate, go and run server. So let's go to Django admin and see how it works. When we go here in Django admin, okay, here in clients, now we can add a new field here in fields called doc ID. I think, yeah, doc ID, that's what we created. So doc ID like this. When we updated it here, come on, doc ID, I can select now what's the doc ID for this client. Okay, as well we want to have a button here to create or edit the ID. So for that we need to import the ID and as well to register that into the admin. Now Django admin will manage the ID model as well. So now we have these two buttons here, and as well here in core we have the IDs section. So that's my ID. Save that. If I come back to clients and edit this client, I can select my ID here, or I can add another one like this and then select what's the ID for me. Okay, so if I save it here and if I go to another client and try to assign the same ID, Django will complain saying client with this doc ID already exists. So Django and the database will take care of the security for us in this case, the validations for us. It will make sure that nobody else will be using the ID of the client for that we assigned the previous class. Okay, so it's very nice, very easy thing to do. Okay, and if we go here, for example, in our own views, we don't have this field here at the moment. If we go in forms, okay, and if we include the doc ID, if we refresh the page, now we can select the ID here as well. So very easy thing to do. Okay, of course we cannot add a new ID from our page because we need to do a CRUD for IDs. Okay, so as an exercise you can create a new section, for example a new button here like new ID. I click new ID and then I will have a form like this to create a new ID, and then you can practice doing the CRUD for IDs. Okay guys, so that's it for this class. Next class we're going to have a look on the man-to-one relationship, the second one. Okay, so implement that in your machine, in your project. Make sure that it will be working fine, but if not, don't worry, let your comment and your question here, then I'm going to answer you. Okay, I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you next class. Bye bye.